All right. What is going on, guys? Farzine Vasugian here with you to recap the first half between the Chiefs and the Dolphins. As the Chiefs, doesn't matter if it's indoors, outdoors, in the cold, this Chiefs defense has played pretty damn well against Miami in six quarters of play this year so far. Chiefs pretty good defensively in the first half. Yeah, did allow that 53-yard touchdown by Tyreek Hill. But when you look at Miami's overall body of work on offense, you take away that big play right there. All they have is 73 yards of total offense right there. So Kansas City in general hasn't been too bad with how this whole situation has gone so far. But I like the way the Chiefs defense is playing in this one. Can't complain one bit about Kansas City's defense. Just that one play, Trent McDuffie, I think he could have done a better job of locating the football in that situation rather than trying to. I think he was trying to do like one of those intentional penalties to try to at least prevent the touchdown, and he failed at that. So, but he did make up for it on that turnover on downs where Tyreek Hill was wide open, but he quickly closed in on him and deflected that pass away, not letting Tyreek Hill get an easy catch there. So, good to see that right there. Trent McDuffie getting better. I've always said this, I think Andy Reid and Spags, especially this year with Spags, 100% doing a much better job with development, adjustments, all that stuff with these players as the years gone on and as games go on. So I like that a lot. Offensively, some good, some bad. Chiefs offense looked really good coming out of the gate. Since then, a few drives have stalled, but they're getting field goals. Kind of reminds you of that Cincinnati game a couple of weeks ago when the Chiefs beat them and eliminated them from playoff contention, where you had the touchdown early on and the rest of the way you got field goals, but still was enough to win. When you look at the Chiefs, they've really struggled surpassing the 20-point threshold in some games this year. And right now they've got 16. They got the touchdown and 3 field goals. I'll take that right now because the Chiefs have struggled in certain situations scoring. Should there be more touchdowns? Yeah, 100%. But at the end of the day, they've got the lead right now, a 2-score lead, which is pretty huge considering Miami is going to start with the football and definitely can build off that. I love the interception early on from Mike Edwards. Chiefs were able to cash in on that. Rashee Rice having a phenomenal first half. I like the way he's playing so far in this game. 6 catches, 92 yards. Should have more, obviously, but Juwan Taylor, unfortunately, causing the Chiefs some problems. And it was like an illegal block in the back that wasn't even necessary. And I think Jason Garrett even pointed that out too, said that it wasn't even, the pass rusher at the edge guy wasn't even going to take him down, wouldn't even have caught up to him. So just an unfortunate situation there. But hey, I think offensively, you'd like to see the Chiefs connect better. Obviously, the Chiefs are relying on Rice and Kelsey a lot. McCole Hardman's been targeted 3 times, had that one wide open situation. Wasn't a drop, but it had an issue locating the football. Had the same problem last week too against the Chargers in LA. So definitely got to be better about that. The cold, the lights, that stuff doesn't. You see players doing this all the time. MVS has 1 catch. That's good. Hasn't dropped a pass so far today. Justin Watson did try to help the Chiefs get close after that penalty, which was good. I know some of you guys are mentioning the holding call. Yeah, that was a bad call for sure right there. Or a missed call, I should say, rather. Unfortunately, those things happen at the end of the day. Unfortunately, Kansas City's been on that side of things multiple times. But, hey, even Garrett and the rules expert for NBC or Peacock, whatever the hell you want to call it for tonight, they even said that was a missed call right there and that the officials should have called it. But Chiefs do have the football, or the lead rather. So that's a good part right there. I'm a little surprised both teams are not going as run heavy as we thought. The Dolphins, they've had a really lackluster first half. Again, yeah, they've got that touchdown pass, 53-yard touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill, but you take that away, all they have is 73 yards of total offense. So they have one play where they thrived right there, and that was that play to Tyreek Hill. Outside of that, Tyreek Hill has not done anything in this football game. This Miami offense hasn't really done much. I'm surprised they're not running the ball more with what they have in Mostert and Achane. Achane only has 2 carries for 2 yards. Mostert is running 4 yards a carry. So I'm kind of surprised they're not going to him as often. Pacheco, 12 for 65, pretty good. Can't complain about that so far. You'd like to see him break one at some point in this game, and that would definitely be probably a difference maker in this game if your defense continues to play well. So I really like seeing that right there. But hey, I like everything I'm seeing so far from Kansas City's defense, minus a couple of red zone stalls right there. Can't really complain about what you're seeing from this Chiefs team. So at the end of the day, I think the Chiefs are playing well. This whole thing with Miami, like, listen, Miami's had a great year, but they beat up on all these bad teams. And then, when they face a legitimate defense, I mean, what's Miami doing? They look lost. They looked lost last week against Buffalo. You guys all saw that game. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention Kelsey. I know, briefly with the Rashee Rice stat there. He has 5 for 55 yards. 8 times he's been targeted, had a drop at one point. He and Mahomes have kind of struggled connecting on a couple of other passes. I think Kelsey, minus a couple of misconnections there, I think Kelsey is playing a little bit better. His yard per catch average a little better than what it's been this year. So that's good to see. And if they can utilize him more the way they have, I think that's also going to help the Chiefs, and especially with the cold and everything. And again, Mahomes, what was that third down play before halftime on 3rd and long, which Jawan Taylor had that penalty, and it pushed the Chiefs back a bit. It was a 3rd and 10. It was 3rd and 5. It turned into 3rd and 10. And then he found Rashee Rice for 39 yards, which was huge on 3rd and long to bring the Chiefs within field goal range and eventually get the field goal before halftime. So it's good to see that the Chiefs are able to do that kind of thing, because that is kind of where they've struggled. Their lack of confidence has, MVS finally caught a ball. see a lot of you guys mentioning that. So I like what I'm seeing overall. I don't have a lot of complaints about this football game. If the Chiefs can just be better in the red zone, if Jawan Taylor can stop committing so many damn penalties, I like the way the Chiefs are playing in this one, and I think they'll find a way to pull it out and win. I definitely expect Miami to score a little bit more in the second half than they did in the first half. So this Chiefs defense definitely needs to be ready. I'm also surprised with the lack of pressure. I'm not really seeing the Chiefs defense go after Tua much in this game. So if the Chiefs defense can do a better job of that, that would be nice to see. We're not seeing a whole lot of DB blitzes here. The Chiefs love doing that with McDuffie, with Reed. Sometimes you see that with Edwards. Definitely would like to see more of that in this game from the Chiefs secondary, and they tend to do that more in the second half. So not something I prefer. I'd like to see it all game long, because that definitely it gives quarterbacks a very difficult time, but hopefully we see more of that in the second half. And I'm sure they're talking about that right this moment in the locker room as they're getting ready to come back out. So Chiefs up 16-7, pretty good so far. Yeah, nothing's going to be perfect, but overall, I think in general, this Chiefs team playing better than I think some people certainly expected. A lot of people said this Chiefs team was going to be one and done, and I know those people certainly not happy with what they're seeing today. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back after the game. We'll be doing the Chiefs Zone podcast live. Phone line's going to be open. I don't care how late it's going to be. We'll be doing this for as long as you guys want to be watching. So come back after the game. We'll be talking about this game, and we'll chat it up. We'll see how things end, and hopefully with a victory. So come back after the game. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.